So I guess first and third, ground ball to the first baseman. He sails in the outfield. So running down the line, see that the throw goes over the shortstop's head. So take a step, hit first base. I'm gonna round it hard, like I'm trying to head to second. Immediately ran into the pitcher, made full contact with him. So at that point, I hear the first base umpire scream, obstruction, obstruction. So at that point, kind of slowed down, and I start jogging to second base because the obstruction call was made. So I'm heading to second. See Matty Lloyd. I think Matty Lloyd diving into third base, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, I'm in the middle of a pickle. I think in the middle of the pickle, I was trying to explain to the umpire, you yelled obstruction, and I get tagged out. Overall, just a really confusing play. I've figured that I would be awarded second base having made the turn, and I ran into the pitcher after making the turn, but I think he explained it that I had to just play live. So even though the obstruction call was made, you have to play it straight up, and I think what I heard was if I had continued to run really hard into second base and was out, I would have been awarded second, but the fact that I just kind of slowly made my way over there and got in the middle of the rundown, then for some reason it wasn't awarded to me. But I don't know, it's just a lesson learned for me. It just doesn't matter what the call, just play the game live, and then whatever happens after the play is done with, whatever happens at that point. So just kind of a learning lesson for me, and the team for the future going forward.
And then you unfortunately face planted to the wall. You okay?
Yeah, a really interesting day for me. So I think I just wanted a little bit more TV time as well, trying to explain to some people today. But no, I heard Ryan call fence somewhat early, and I was going pretty aggressively over there. So, the more ground I started to cover, I was like, all right, it's got to be approaching here soon. And I didn't get a chance to kind of feel for the fence or take a peek. So I went up for it, expecting the fence to be there. Unfortunately, it wasn't at that time until I kind of popped it right up and did the NFL combine tip drill. And then when I was coming down to get it the second time, I ended up finding a pole in the side of the head. So that wasn't too much fun. But luckily, I was obviously upset I couldn't make the catch. But Connor Mann is coming in, picking me up right there and get out the inning. Not giving up a run was absolutely huge for us.
A couple of good base knocks for you. And Coach talked about how you guys, no homers today, but you manufactured runs. Well, you got a double, take third on the ground out, get a score on a single. It's that kind of day for you guys, and it showed that you can win that way too.
Yeah, obviously, Coach, I'm sure, keeps reiterating it, and so do the guys on the team. Is home runs are just, home runs really do come by accident. All we're trying to do is just hit balls hard through the big part of the field, and if they go, they go. But that's not something that we're attempting to do. So today, obviously, it was a nice blend of offense, just us being able to string some things together, and obviously capitalizing on a few of their mistakes as well. So obviously, it's a really good ball club Minnesota has, and just really, really big for us to come out here and get a series win, especially after losing on Friday night. I think it shows a lot of resilience out of us to come back and finish the weekend with 2 straight wins.
Coach talked about how a number of these series wins have come after Friday wins. Mm-hmm. What is it about this team, this locker room, that I guess the ability to regroup? What do you think you guys have that allows you to do that?
I just think we just have a good belief in one another. It's Paulie Milton will go out there and battle on Friday night, but it's unfortunate there's a lot of Friday nights where we haven't played particularly bad at all. You just tip your cap to another guy's ace, so they kind of hand it to you. And we faced Max Meyer there on Friday night, who pitched a heck of a ball game, but it doesn't allow us to deviate anything else going into the next day. We're just going to go in there and play our ball game, and however it works out in the end, it works out. But we have confidence in one another, and I think having a veteran group and stuff and guys who have been around, it's just one game, and baseball can play either way. I mean, you see it even on Saturday. I think they dominated us for the whole entire game, and it comes down to one swing from Matty Lloyd to give us that win, the momentum going into today. So it's nothing more really, just say it's baseball. So you just bounce back and you don't let it get to you too much.
Looking at that from a macro level, both as a team situation and an individual situation, team struggled a little bit early. You were struggling at the plate a little bit early. You're well above 300 now, and the team's won 7 straight series. So it's been kind of a resilient bunch from the start, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, a lot of expectations going in from the start, but you realize the second in baseball, you start to expect things and put that extra pressure on yourself. The game's gonna come slap you in the face pretty quick. But I think we took our bumps and bruises from the start, learned from them. So I think we got better from that, obviously, and I think now you're seeing us start put some good baseball together, and obviously we want to continue it as we move forward.
Is there anything you did as a hitter that really got you going?
Not really. I would say just take less pressure off myself. I think just coming off the previous year, I was just trying to do so much. Then really you just get to take a step back and just say, hey, just believe in yourself. You're a good player. You don't need to do any more than you have beforehand in your career. So just really just trying to do everything you can just to help the team win and just move the lineup is what we're really trying to do.
Is there a way that Coach Mercer kind of, tries to keep you guys composed, whether it's, losing a Friday night game or just kind of having a rough start to an individual game?
I would just say it's Coach Mercer's demeanor. You can tell there's no panic in him whatsoever, and I think the team really just follows him in that way. And we bounce back. We faced a good arm, like I said. We bounce back, and it's just at the end of the day, we have confidence in one another that we can go out any given day and win a baseball game. But it just comes down to winning each pitch first and winning the innings at that point. We're just going to go and just try and do our best.